Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to say that yesterday's videos, I have been trying to send the videos on the ClassTag app and also posting them on the YouTube channel. I noticed yesterday that when I'm posting more than one video on the YouTube channel, there seems to be a little bit of a glitch and it's labeling the videos wrong. So yesterday I did post Math Challenge 3 on the YouTube channel, but I noticed this morning that it was labeled as Noodleheads, which was actually a book that I also read yesterday, and it doesn't appear that that posted. So I'm gonna go back and see if I can post that video from yesterday as well on the YouTube channel. I couldn't send that one on ClassTag because it was too long. ClassTag cuts me off after about 5 minutes, it seems like. So for the math challenge yesterday, I had participation from Grace and Andrea, also from Clara and Hunter and Mackenzie, and everybody did a pretty good job with that math challenge. A couple things that I did notice on a few of them I'll point out when I go through them. So the factor rainbows, you guys did a great job. You had for 36, the factors were 1 and 36, 2 times 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9, and 6 times 6. For 12, it was 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. And then for 24, it was 1 and 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. So those ones went really well. The rounding, most of us got the rounding right. I think there was one friend that had 410,000 for the third one down. So you just want to make sure that's 411 because it's not going to go down. So we want to keep that one as 411,000, but that looked pretty good overall. Also, skipping for a second down to number 4, you guys did a really nice job with that challenge one, remembering that you had to kind of brainstorm what the different factors were that would have multiplied to 36, but then also figure out which of the factors would work and also add up to 26. So we had that the length was 9 feet and the width for that one would have been 4 feet. Okay, so looking at number 3, everybody did a nice job with knowing that it was division. One thing that we forgot a little bit was I noticed I think one student copied the problem wrong. They had 4,624 right here instead of 74, so that one was a 74. So that made that answer a little bit different. But also I noticed that you guys did a nice job for the most part adding in Andrea, okay? I really tried to point out that she and all of her friends wanted to go on the canoe. So when you divided, it needed to be 4,675 so that we were including Andrea and dividing that by 4. So when you do that, you would have gotten 1,168 with a remainder of 3. And remember that we've talked about, it says all those people want to go on the boat. So even though you have a remainder of 3, that's 3 people left over, but those people are still going to need a boat. So the final answer would have been 1,169 boats that they would need to get all those people across the water. All right, so for math challenge number 4, my chart is a little crazy here because I was drawing it with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old who are helping me. So I want you to make a multiplication grid, and I want you to do 1 through 10. So you're going to make 10 columns across and 10 rows down, and you're going to number them 1 to 10, but you can put your numbers in any order. Okay, so I did like 6, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 7, 9, 8, 10. Okay, and then going down, I did it in a different order. So when you do the grid, it goes over and up. So if I have a 7 here and a 3 here, then I'm going to have a 21 right there. Okay, if I have an 8 and a 2, then it's going to end up being a 16. So I want you to do that. I'm just noticing now as I'm looking at mine that this box right here where I have a 6, that should actually be an X or a 0, and you got to scoot them down here and have one more row because that 6 is not going to multiply by anything the way that I did it. So I didn't do that correctly. So make sure that when you do yours, actually you're going to have 11 rows down because this one right here is going to have to be a 0, or you could just put an X or something in it because my 6 is not going to multiply by anything. So then you're going to time yourself and you're going to have somebody help you go through and make sure that they're all right, and then let me know how quickly you were able to do that grid. Okay, and then secondly over here, I'm going to have you do 5 comparing fractions. So you're going to find a common denominator, because none of them have a common denominator. So remember, you're going to use that magic box. Make sure that you multiply the numerator and the denominator, which is the top and the bottom, by the same number in the box, and you're going to get a common denominator. So remember, for number 1, for example, what do 7 and 8 both multiply to that could be common? Well, you can do 7 times 8 is 56, and 56 is going to be your common denominator there. Also, though, if I go down to one like number 5, I have a 3 and a 9. I can use the 9 as my common denominator because I can multiply 3 by something to get me 9. Could I use 27 for that one? Yep, and it would still work. I could still do 3 times 9 and use 27, but I also could use 9. So remember that it doesn't necessarily have to be the same as someone else is doing, as long as it's a common denominator between the two of them and a number that both of them will multiply up to. All right, so I look forward to seeing the participation with this one. Again, if you have any contact with any of your other classmates, I know some of you guys play those online video games that make Mrs. Leonard cringe, but if you use Messenger Kids, or if you use any other platform where you are in contact with any of your other classmates, give them a little heads up that, we have these math challenges going on and some videos posted on the YouTube, and I did put my face now on the YouTube channel, so it should be easier for people to find because there is more than one Jessica Leonard on there. So I put my face on there now, so that should be easier for them to find. But I would love for more of our classmates to be connecting with us. But thanks so much for working hard on these, and I hope everybody's staying healthy, and I'm still really holding out hope that we're going to see each other again. All right, bye.